Hey guys, so I'm back with part three to the narcissist will always lie to get their way. If you haven't listened to part one, part two, go ahead and listen to those before you listen to part three, because you need to understand fully, be fully aware. Like I said, when I left the narcissist, I understood that the narcissists lie to get their way, but they do it so much in the smallest ways where you don't, it goes undetected because you're not paying attention. You don't even think people play like that. You don't even think people are, it's like you can't even have a conversation with the narcissist. It's like literally a zombie trying to bite. You can't talk to a zombie. You can't even talk to them and make noise. You can't make no noise. And then the thing is, they force you to talk to them. They force you to talk to them, and if you don't talk to them, then they're gonna make it seem like, oh, well, you're being rude, you're being a bitch. They're gonna keep baiting you into questions, keep baiting you into conversations. What's your name? They want to, oh, what's your name? Like with a happy tone in their voice, and you're not thinking nothing of it. They're thinking, oh, you just told me your government name. You're a fool. I can look you up. I can stalk you. I can find out where I can try to bump into you again. I know you're always here. I can come back. I can get to know you over time. I can make you into my next secondary source, third source, fourth source, just someone to talk to on the side. These people are crazy. So I wanted to keep discussing this behavior. It's passive aggressive. It kind of reminds me of that dude that went viral, that life coach who always talked about the type of man not to date, what a woman's standard should be. Like, he's building his perfect woman. He's telling you what the perfect woman is, and you're thinking, oh, he's married. That life coach Derek, whose wife had came out, and she spoke about, the cheating, the abuse, and everything she was saying sounded super crazy. Like, I wanted to be like the women he slept with. I wanted to, all the shit that she was saying just sounded crazy. Like, girl, you're the crazy one to deal with that. It doesn't make sense, right? But those of us who've been through narcissist abuse, we know how deep the rabbit hole gets because we believe their lies and then we start ignoring their lies. They're committing crimes against others, not just us. They've committed crimes against other people in the past. They're not changing their behavior. They're not they don't care about being forgiven. They don't care about the consequences. A lot of narcissists, the only reason they change their certain qualities about themselves, like I said in the second video, is that they get older. They don't have the energy to do so. They don't have the time, the money, the resources anymore to keep playing the same game, but they're still going to play it. They're just going to play it in a different way. Their game just keeps changing as they get older. And as they get older, they can acknowledge their behavior. So they know there's something wrong with them. They know they have patterns. And eventually, as they get older, they accept the patterns. And then they accept the patterns and they have a I don't give a fuck attitude. And then after they get in trouble for that I don't give a damn attitude, I can lie my way out of everything. This is why I say they lie their way out of everything. Now they realize, oh, certain patterns have consequences, and certain patterns, people can see through them. Certain qualities about me, people know I'm lying. They know I'm a weasel. They know I'm lying my way in. They know that I'm sitting here judging other people, calling them weasels, but I'm a weasel myself. That's how they lie to you a lot of times, is that they try to get you to believe that other people are liars and evil and deceivers. The whole time, they're just as cunning. The only difference is now they're older. They can't keep juggling resources because now they're playing with their life. They're playing with their own survival. So, like I said, they get tired. Like in the second clip I said, don't you ever wonder how the hell the narcissist has so much energy? They're depleting you of energy. Sometimes you're younger than them, they're older than you, and they're still depleting you from energy. It's like they have energy to cheat. They have energy to have secret relationships. They have energy for all type of things. But as they age, they do get to a point in time where they start getting tired of the bullshit, tired of having to lie, tired of having to get their way out of situations, tired of people not believing in them, tired of people not believing their lies. They don't have the same flying monkeys. They don't have the same backbone anymore. So they change. Their parents die. Certain things they have to change, but it's not, but the thing is, it's dormant. Dormant. Am I saying it right? It's kind of like someone having an STD, right? They have herpes, but it's dormant, meaning that you can't see it, right? So if someone has herpes, it's something you can't see, right? You can't see the evil. You can't really see how evil someone can be, how evil someone can get, because they've learned to control it. It's dormant. So it's only going to come out. That herpes, that bump on your lip, it's only going to come out sometimes, right? Every blue moon. And you're going to be like, what the hell is that big lip, that big bump on your lip, right? And that's kind of how the narcissist is, especially in the times we're living in. This is why a lot of people are going to be deceived, because they're going to be desensitized to narcissism, and they're not going to see the red flags as much in their relationships. And then out of nowhere, that person's going to turn full on cold on your ass, like full cold, evil, call you names, look you dead in your eyes. And you're going to think to yourself, this is unlike James. James doesn't act this way. James doesn't talk to me like that. It seemed like another person. It seemed like someone I've never seen before. Oh God. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be a lot of narcissists who are going to go dormant, meaning that they're only going to expose that part of themselves if they finally can't take it anymore. If they can't take being nice, faking being nice, or when you finally catch them lying and you're just not going back on what you believe in, or you feel like, you saw some red flags, and now that part of them that wants to stalk you, they're gonna play it cool. They're going to play it cool. They're going to be like, oh, whenever you want to talk to me, talk to me. Whenever you want to have an adult conversation, we can have an adult conversation. They're going to seem very normal. Meanwhile, they're doing other things behind your back. It's going to be dormant. It's going to be hard. It's going to get harder and harder for you to see that anger, that evil, that I really don't care about you. This is just my means of survival. It's going to be dormant, and they're only going to expose it after something big happens, meaning that, they plan on, if they were waiting for your kids to turn 18 so they don't have to pay child support, guess what? They're going to be dormant until then. If they're looking to steal a large amount of money from you, they're going to make sure the red flags don't pop up as much to where you're going to think they're a narcissist. It's just going to seem like a regular relationship you have your ups and downs, because now they're not going to be able to just take off on the weekend and go be with the other supply, and they're up to something, but you're going to silence yourself to ignore it. You're just like, they always lie about it. I know they lie about it, but you're gonna lie to yourself. People are gonna lie to themselves. That's what people are gonna do. They're gonna lie to themselves, but it's gonna get to the point where they won't be able to keep that lie going for months and years at a time. You know how you were fooled for years? They won't be able to have that type of supply, so they're going to be dormant, and people are going to be desensitized, and some people are going to be in hell with the narcissist. They're going to be dancing around the devil, dancing around the fire, and loving it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be living in the narcissist world, living up to whatever the narcissist desires are, and they're not going to have any boundaries at all, and it's going to hurt them in the back. And like I said, certain people are not going to survive this. And guess what? The narcissists, they're going to act like they didn't do shit again. This is why these people, sometimes the narcissist lives longer than a lot of empaths, because this is the survival game. And this is why you got people out here trying to teach you how to manipulate people. They're teaching women how to manipulate men. And people feel like they're doing you a favor because you don't understand. They're teaching you how to kind of be evil because you don't understand how evil these people are. They're going to take more from you as a woman. And you're going to have shit. You're going to have nothing, you know. And you're not going to be able to get the same type of help, or people are not going to be as welcoming to you. You know, women are very catty, and with the narcissist, they like to put a big charming smile like that dude Derek did, you know, and had all these women fooled watching him. And you have to also think about it. A lot of narcissistic men, I'm gonna give you some game. Have you know how, like, on my channel I talk about the Jezebel Spirit, I talk about the narcissist, but I'm going to talk about the narcissist from my perspective because I'm a woman. Haven't you have any of you women actually woke up and realized that a lot of men are teaching about narcissistic men, and then they're talking shit about the narcissist men who are self-aware, but they're narcissists too? And it's like they're trying to trick you into believing that they're not narcissists, but they're only speaking from the narcissist man's perspective. They're not speaking from being with the Jezebel. Like, you have to pay attention to that. They're telling you everything you need to know about the narcissist man themselves. This is an angel in disguise. You're thankful and grateful these people woke you up, and you don't even realize that some of these people are narcissists. They're not talking from the Jezebel's, from what they experienced from the Jezebel's perspective, from what the Jezebel did to them. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They love the Jezebel. They'll make a couple of videos here and there talking about the Jezebel, but it's almost like they're not even mad at her. They're like, I'm not even mad at her. Let's go back focusing on myself, and let me wake some of these people. They like the admiration that they're getting from it. They feel like, oh, I'm helping all of you women. It's compensating from what I've done to other women. So it's still like, in a way, they're trying to almost get paid for playing the people they played. It's really sick. It's really, really sick. That's why I'm telling you, narcissists always lie to get their way. They're lying to you, making you think that they're not narcissists. But some of these people are pastors. They're narcissists themselves. Their old ass just sat their old ass down somewhere because they can't play the same game. It's gonna cost them. They already played that game all their 20s, 30s, 40s. Can't do it in your 50s no more. You barely do it in your 40s. In your 40s, I think in their 40s they're still playing. But in their 40s, they're like, oh, I need to sit my ass down by the time I hit 50. I got to sit my ass down. But it's not that they've changed. And this is why some of these people aren't family men. Some of them are family men, but you see that they're not engaged with their kids or their wife. And some of them are only engaged with their kids and their wife because they want people from the past to think that they've changed. They get satisfaction of thinking of the people they've hurt and how they must be jealous of them, their kids. And then they have these weird relationships with their daughters, and it's more like they're attracted to them. It's just sick, and it goes undetected because they lie to get their way. They lied their way into that marriage. They lied their way into that household and that family. These people are chameleons. Another thing that I've realized when I left the narcissistic relationship is that the narcissist always wants to have an exception. So in order for them to lie, they always want to be the exception, meaning that they want to be like the center of attention. They think they're above everyone else. So this could be, a graduation. They've been telling all the parents, only 2 people can come in. There's no exceptions. Only two people in the family can come in. There's COVID. Only two. The stadium is going to get packed. Only two people per kid. They already told you, heads up, no exceptions. The narcissist always wants to be the exception, right? They think that they're just above everyone. Like, I know they said we can't, but I'm still going to try it. They don't care about the rules. Y'all remember the narcissists don't care about the rules? You know? They're bringing don't you can't bring no food into the movie theater. Oh, they packing the snacks in their backpack. You feel me? We all have done certain things where we kind of want to get away with it, but we don't look at ourselves like narcissists. And so when narcissists do certain things, you almost like ignore it because you don't feel like they're a narcissist because they're mad about bringing other family members that they knew couldn't come into this graduation. They already told you there's no exceptions. But now when they come, they're mad. They're angry. Oh, well, and then they lie. They lie to get their way. Oh, well, the teacher said that it was okay. I know you're not supposed to, but I don't have no one to take care of they're full of excuses. They lie because you don't want to lie. You don't want to think that someone is lying about when they tell you they don't have any child care in order to bring their this is why they brought their other children and other family members with them. You don't want to think that people will lie about certain things and then you don't really look at it like you're like, well, I get it. It's a graduation. The whole family wants to be there. But you have to look at it this way. If they said no exception, it means no exception because then guess what? Other people and other families are going to be pissed because they're going to feel like, what's so special about them? Why did they come in? And now you're going to have other people upset, angry because you're not allowing them to bring people in, but you let someone else in. And here the narcissist in the bleachers talking about, they said only two people can come in, but I knew I was going to be the exception and work my way in here like a fucking snake. And they don't think they're doing nothing wrong. And you might even think they're not. You might feel like, I feel you. This is stupid. This is dumb. The stadium is huge. But guess what? The rules are the fucking rules. Move out the way and stop. You're holding up the line, lady. You want to be the exception. I'm trying to get into the graduation. I'm about to miss it because you don't get out the way. You arguing with the teacher. You arguing with the principal. You arguing with security. You're trying to make everyone bow down to you like you're special in this world. You want to be the exception. Just like COVID-19, certain people couldn't go to the hospital. People were dying and people were mad. Oh, my parent is dying and I can't, just only two people at a time. We want to be there together. Look, no exceptions. Go in there with your damn sister and see your damn daddy, mother, granddaughter, whatever, whoever. Go see them and then let the other two people come in. You leave, let the other two people come in. So there's no exceptions. You're not special. And then guess what? You might look at these things and say, oh, it's not a big deal. I feel it. Like my parent is dying. Why would that's kind of messed up. We all want to be there together. You know what I'm saying? But they already told you no exceptions. So guess what? There's going to be other people that are going to follow the rules and they're not going to say shit. They're not going to give you no problems. That's me. I don't want no problems. I'm going to just go along with the rules even if I don't want to. That's like going to the store and you don't have an ID to get your liquor and the cashier tell you, oh, you need your driver license, your ID to get the liquor. And then here the narcissist is thinking they're an exception. Really? But I don't have my ID on me. Oh, the other cashier would have gave it to me. That cashier don't know you. Fool, go get your ID because guess what? If they get in trouble because they trusted you because you said you were the exception and there's an undercover cop or maybe you, what if you're the undercover cop? She doesn't know if you're a narcissist. She don't know who you are. But narcissists tell on themselves they want to be the exception. So guess what? They're going to be mad. Oh, I can't get it. The other person would have gave it to me. They got to add it. So guess what? when people don't want to follow the rules, you're making other people's jobs complicating. You're making the nurses, the doctors, the security guards, you're making the cashier, you're making the teachers, the principals, you're making everyone's job hard. You're stressing people out. You're making people uncomfortable. You're making people have to give you negative energy because they got to keep going back and forth with you. Narcissists love going back and forth with you. A lot of us don't have the energy to be going back and forth with no motherfucker that don't want to follow the rules. We don't people look, that's how negative energy, that's that negative frequency. And that negative frequency is not only taking over the narcissist, it's trying to take over someone that's just doing their job. The narcissist wants to be the exception. They want to be the miracle to it. But guess what? They go and tell people, oh, the nurse, the doctor let all of us go inside. And other people hear you say that because the narcissist always wants to brag about how they got away with a free gift card, some free food. They always want to brag about shit. And guess what? Just when they brag about it, the wrong person walks by and hears it. You know, when you don't follow the rules or you do bad things, for some reason it just comes to light. And guess what? The narcissist is sitting there talking about it. And now your boss is coming up to you. Didn't I tell you not to let anyone else in? They just happen to say it at the right time. And they didn't even know that was your boss. The narcissist didn't even know. Now you're in trouble. Or now you sold something to someone and they didn't have ID and they ended up really being a minor. Guess what? Now you're going to jail because that person and these people think you're not going to jail. You're at work. Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just liquor. It's just tobacco. And guess what? Now you're at court fighting for your fucking life, telling the judge that it was an innocent accident. You didn't know there was a kid. And the judge is like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You should have been looking out for yourself. You shouldn't have allowed people to bully you into being the exception. And this is why certain people, you think they're mean because they won't give you the exception. And they start getting frustrated because they feel like you should just follow the rules. And now you're making them out of character. And now when things are escalating at a hotel, anywhere, even a dinner reservation, the narcissist is trying to be the exception. Excuse me, sir, you need a dinner reservation. How about what if I pay you an extra $50? What if I pay you an extra $50 to get into the club? They walking straight to the front of the line. They passing everybody at the concert, at the bar or whatever. They're passing everybody in the line, going to the front. You're somewhere out, having fun with you're at Disneyland trying to get on a ride. They're passing everyone in the line, going straight to the front, thinking they're an exception. You're at the grocery store, you're at the liquor store, you're in the line trying to pay for your grocery store, for your groceries. The narcissist passing you up, going in front of you. Although they open up a new lane in at the next register, the cashier says, whoever's next, come over here. The narcissist behind you is like, fuck you, bitch. I'm going right in the front. I'm going to make you look. They feel like they're the exception. They make me fucking sick, for real. Even, let me tell you how the narcissist lies to get their way. And also them wanting to be the exception. If the narcissist feels like, like I said, they want to go to the front of the line. They want to be the exception. These are the type of people that will even flirt with your spas right in front of you. They feel like they're so special, they're the exception, that they will sit there and be blasphemous and flirt with your partner right in front of you, especially if they know that your partner is a narcissist. Narcissists know other narcissists. They can feel it. So let's just say they feel, I've been in this situation where this person cut in front of me and the narcissist, and I should have just let them cut, but because I got into my feelings, I cut right in front of them again. And now their friends started to flirt with they started to surround the narcissist, the women. And the person that cut in front of me was a gay man. And I could see the narcissism in his eyes. It was really scary. It was like, you know, I'm gonna go in front of you. Fuck both of you guys. I could tell it was more of the jealousy. You're mad. You're mad to see two people together. You feel like starting some shit because you feel like you're the exception. And now when I'm getting on your level, now what they do is they get mad. Now they're after your partner. They're friends. They're working like a hive mind. They're after your partner. So they think that they're an exception. You know, they think that they're so fucking special. You know, and this will also show your partner's respect towards you. Because now they'll flirt back with the people that are setting you up, all these narcissists. And then, you know, this will show you if the narcissist respects you or not. And then what the narcissist will do is that they'll feed into the flirting and stuff like that. You know, when someone is showing to you that they feel like they're an exception and they're trying to lie their way in, they're trying to cheat their way in, and your partner doesn't defend you and they go with the flow, they're showing you what type of person they are. You know, they're showing you that they don't respect you, you know, and they're showing you that they're trying to show you that they'll let other people disrespect you. And then after everything happens, the narcissist will lie to you to get their way, meaning that in order to, because really you should break up with them. You know, they disrespect you. They don't defend you with other people. They put you in vulnerable situations. You shouldn't even be with this person. But after the fact, they will say, oh, it's all in your head. I didn't do anything. I wasn't flirting with them. They'll lie to you, knowing they just flirted with people right in front of you. They'll lie to you. It's all in your head. I was just being nice. But you know, they didn't defend you and they made you look stupid. These people will lie by making house calls, you know, by making house calls. What do I mean with making house calls? I remember I remember this guy going to my grandmother's house, and it's crazy. When I was a kid, I knew when someone was evil or bad. I remember someone remodeling our bathroom, and I remember telling my grandmother, "Oh, they seem like a bad person. I don't trust them." And then they started taking forever to remodel it, and then when they just didn't show up, they did like a half job, took some money, and didn't even do the job. So I was right about that. And then another time, this guy came knocking to the door, and he was saying that he was really hungry and that he had some gold necklaces, some gold jewelry. And my intuition, my instincts just as a kid was like, something's weird with this guy. Why would he come to our door? You know, why would he come knocking to our door asking us about jewelry? Why is he selling jewelry at our door? Why